Right Thing, Right Now by Ryan Holiday. A summary from 4-Minute Books, written by Nicholas Goka. One-sentence summary. Right Thing, Right Now is a Stoic guide to becoming a fairer, kinder, and more honest person, arguing the case for justice as it relates to us as individuals, our society at large, and ultimately all things in this world. Favorite quote from the author: "Nothing is right if we're not doing what is right." Ryan Holiday. Clark Kent, aka Superman, as he is portrayed by Henry Cavill in the DC movies, is my favorite hero of all time. Time and again, he chooses to do what's right instead of what is easy. Clark turns himself into the police voluntarily. He attends a public trial to take responsibility for his actions. Even when he is forced to make an impossible trade-off, save his mother or a fellow superhero, he'd rather sacrifice his own life than give in to injustice. Perhaps it's no coincidence that at one point we see a young Clark reading Plato's The Republic. He probably read some Stoicism books too, and while Ryan Holiday's latest wasn't out yet, he'd have made a perfect case study. Right Thing, Right Now is the third book in Holiday's Stoic Virtues series about courage, discipline, justice, and wisdom. He explains justice in 3 parts: the me, the we, and the all, as he calls it. But what is justice even? First, justice isn't about the law or politics. It's not about what's legal, it's about what's right. Second, justice is simple. We all have a gut feel for what's right in almost any situation. We admire those who keep their word, Ryan writes. We hate liars and cheats. We celebrate those who sacrifice for the common good. And we abhor those who grow rich or famous at the expense of others. Finally, justice is not something we have, get, or are robbed of. Justice is something we practice every day, a habit to improve no matter how imperfect our starting position. In short, justice is a verb, not a noun. Here's how to get better at it with respect to the 3 arenas of justice: the individual, society, and the whole world. 1. Justice starts with you, so come up with your own code and uphold it. 2. Do right by everyone, for fairness only has meaning when we offer it to one another. 3. Widen your definition of justice to include the whole world and everything in it. Let's do the right thing right now. Lesson 1. Justice begins with you, so choose your own moral code and stick to it. From becoming world famous as a teenager to drug scandals and domestic abuse, Shia LaBeouf fell far from grace. In 2022, he resurfaced in a viral interview, vulnerably sharing his rehab journey and trying to make amends. In the comments, someone said they saw him pay for a family's groceries, then sneak out the back so no one would know. Though far from perfect, it seems Shia has come a long way. And while not everyone can pay others' bills, everyone can choose this kind of justice. The pursuit of justice begins with you, Ryan writes. Legally, culturally, we might be able to get away with all kinds of stuff. But to be a good person, we should choose to adhere to our own code. What principles might your code contain? Ryan has ideas. 1. Keep the promises you make. 2. Tell the truth and be an open book. 3. Whatever your job, do it as best as you can. 4. Focus on being consistently good instead of trying too hard to be great. 5. Protect your integrity, be loyal, and choose a North Star to work towards. Initially, your code might feel limiting. But in the long run, our code frees us, gives us meaning, and most of all, makes a positive difference. Choose your code and stick to it. By the way, did you know that 89% of the people who regularly watch this channel do not subscribe? If you've ever enjoyed any one of our videos, please do us the honor and hit the subscribe button. It makes a bigger difference than you know, and the more people watch, the higher quality summaries we can create. Thank you, and let's get into Lesson 2. Justice only has meaning when we practice it for others. So do right by everyone you come across. Right in his inauguration speech as governor in 1971, Jimmy Carter said, "The time for racial discrimination is over." Mere hours later, he started working on another pressing issue, a universal pardon for Vietnam War evaders. The idea wasn't popular, but Carter pushed ahead. This and other policies later cost him a second term as president, but he did what he could while he could. The clearest evidence that justice is the most important of all the virtues comes from what happens when you remove it. Ryan writes. Imagine someone with lots of courage, discipline, or wisdom who then uses those traits for evil and personal gain. There is no virtue to counterbalance justice. Why? Because justice's true meaning only unfolds in a group of humans. The main reason we should try hard to be fair, forthright, and friendly is so we can better life in the world for others, for the people we love, for the people we know, even for the people we don't know and never will. How? 1. Be kind, keep giving, and help wherever you see help being needed. 2. Don't be afraid to start small. 3. Put yourself in other people's shoes. 4. Make the good kind of trouble, but be pragmatic about how we'll get there. Just keep going back, like Raphael Lemkin, who gave 3,000 speeches until the UN and US finally outlawed genocide.
Now, before we get into lesson number 3, if you love learning and growing thanks to books like this one, you should download our free list of the 7 best self-help books of all time. After summarizing over 1,000 books, we handpicked these 7 top titles and curated them in a beautifully designed, easily skimmable PDF. It will help you pick your next great self-improvement read. Just enter your email using the link below this video, confirm in your inbox, and we'll instantly send you the list, free of charge. Alright, let's dive into lesson number 3.
Lesson 3. Expand your definition of justice to include everything and everyone. Mahatma Gandhi held no office. He didn't have an army nor a fortune. Still, time and again, he prevailed. First in making life more endurable for Indians in South Africa, then with his hunger strikes, and ultimately his salt march. We might remember him as a saint, but Gandhi was still human. He stole money from his brother at a young age. He missed his father's death because he was making love to his wife. But once he realized that every person, indeed every animal, plant, and living thing is equal, there was no turning back. You and I might never liberate a nation, but we too should expand our understanding of justice, Ryan believes. 1. Don't harp on your accomplishments, move on and do more good. 2. Give other people hope when they need it the most, even if all you can offer is a smile. 3. Forgive everything you can forgive and make amends for what you wish to be forgiven for. 4. Believe there's good in everyone, that love always wins, and pay it forward. No one throws you a parade when you do the right thing, Ryan writes, but that doesn't make being just worth any less. Return to good books, good movies, and other people's example when you need it, and then keep doing the right thing right now.
Hey, this is Nick, the founder of 4-Minute Books, and if you enjoyed this read about philosophy, then you should watch this next one, where you learn even more strategies on becoming a resilient, strong, persevering person. Click on through and let's get started.